checked our schedule, and we need to be a little bit faster because today we have only one seminar. Next week we will have 2 seminars, but anyway, we need to provide a little bit more presentations that we have provided before. So let's get started with today's lesson, and the first team will be team number 3 and presentation number 5. My friends, are you ready? Yeah. So while sharing screen, manufacturing is one of the most developed industries around the world in case of digitalization. You could find a lot of information about the different stages of the digital development, but manufacturing is one of the top developed industries. In Russian, for example, is on the 2nd place. We should define manufacturing as wide as possible, but the biggest problem in case of pricing and distribution is the communication with the ultimate clients. And yeah, my friends, you're welcome. I will let you present your slides, and I have some things to add, but I will make this after your presentation. Yeah, let's get started. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Today we will present our analysis of manufacturing. Among the exponential technologies that can enable transformation growth in manufacturing, there are 3D printing, advanced analytics, advanced materials and robotics, artificial intelligence, biotechnology, blockchain, cybersecurity, also interface and Internet of Things. But now let's discuss exactly those technologies that are related to pricing and distribution. Firstly, we want to pay attention to such a trend as smart factories. Smart factory is a leap forward from more traditional automation to a fully connected and flexible system. Systems that can use a constant stream of data from connected operations and production systems to learn and adapt to new demands. A true smart factory can integrate data from system-wide physical, operational, and human assets to drive manufacturing, maintenance, inventory tracking, digitization of operations through the digital twin and other types of activities across the entire manufacturing network. Successful smart factories have 5 key characteristics. They are connected, optimized, transparent, proactive, and agile. They are not dissimilar from a successful supply chain. This technology allows to achieve the following results. Firstly, continuously pull data sets from sources, ensuring data is constantly updated and reflected current conditions. Secondly, execute operations with minimum manual intervention and high reliability. Also, the ability to predict future outcomes based on historical and real-time data can improve uptime yields and quality and prevent safety issues. Being agile allows to adapt to schedule and product changes with minimum intervention. And in addition, one of the advantages of smart factory is the ability to experiment in real time, having a lot of production data. For example, the change of production technology and immediately evaluate the result of its implementation. We may mention several examples of smart factories. Firstly, semiconductor giant Infineon is pumping 105 million over 5 years into Singapore factory to turn it into a smart one. The company has already deployed the first robotics and automated guided vehicles in the factory. Also, smart giant BASF incorporated a smart factory system in Germany to manufacture fully customizable soap and shampoos. When an order is placed, the automated factory lines adjusted its protocols to make the product and packaging as was ordered by the customer. Radio frequency ID tags attached to the soap containers send wireless signals that tells the machines on the production line about their customized order.
So let's talk about the cybersecurity. Today it's more important and than it has been ever. Cybersecurity in manufacturing is a vital emerging field, especially as we head into the fourth industrial revolution. You need to keep your information secure. It is necessary to keep information secure in manufacturing companies, and this means productions, design, client relationship, personal data, employee data. The importance of this tendency is explained by IT Pro, their 2021 Global Threat Intelligence Report that reveals that the manufacturing, healthcare, financial industries saw 30%, 300%, yes, 200%, and 53% increase in worldwide attacks, respectively. So the unique threat that cybercrime possesses to the manufacturing industry has to do with the confidentiality of developing products. And when information is compromised, the company also risks losing design and prototypes. A top-down approach can break the common thought pattern of cybersecurity is an issue for IT to deal with. So while it is certainly true, IT teams is not on the front line of the safety of our systems. It should be an organizational-wide initiatives. So cybersecurity demands a risk-based approach that identify many ways a breach could impact your manufacturing entity. After all, one cybersecurity breach can affect the entire organization by disrupting availability, efficiency, compliance, and more. Manufacturing. Okay, the basic principle of additive manufacturing technology is that it uses a CAD generated 3D model directly to fabricate a three-dimensional object by adding a layer upon layer on of material and fusing them. So AM, additive manufacturing technology, is the new digital manufacturing technology that integrates machinery, computer, numerical control, and materials in the global advanced manufacturing field in the past 30 years. So AM technology changes the traditional part design oriented to manufacturing technology into a new design oriented to part performance, which is called a revolution in today's manufacturing industry. AM technology mainly includes forming equipment and materials. Materials become the main bottleneck of AM technology development, and also the key and difficult point of AM technology breakthrough. Advantages of AM technologies provides major competitive advantages due to the fact that they adapt to the geometrical complexity and customized design of the part to be manufactured. So the following may also be achieved according to the field of applications. So lighter weight production, multi-material products, ergonomic products, efficient short production runs, fewer assembly errors, and therefore lower associated costs. AM technology is seen as being one of the major revolutionary industrial processes of the next few years. You have heard of the internal of things. Well, now we have the industrial internet of things, where interconnected devices are used in manufacturing and industrial settings to collect data that can then be used to enhance the manufacturing processes. So sensors are the prime example of these interconnections. Data gathered from sensors on factory machines can help manufacturers understand how the machines are performing, optimize the maintenance processes, reduce machine downtime, and even predict when things will go wrong. So the industrial Internet of Things, IIoT technology, are transforming the way production systems and are built and run, driving improvement across three main dimensions of the digital transformation. First, visibility into shop floor and field operations. Second, the visibility into the manufacturing supply chain. The third one, visibility into remote and outsourced operations. So, in our opinion, and the use of technology IoT is necessary under the following conditions: the release of the wide range of products, and the use of significant list of components, the need to improve the quality of products and reduce the degree of marriage, the need to ensure effective maintenance of previously delivered products, the need to reduce the operating costs of production, significant energy intensity of production, and difficult production conditions, and the need for prompt diagnostics of process equipment multifunctions to reduce unplanned production shutdowns, the need to ensure higher productivity of personnel, and the need to ensure the safety of personnel, of course, and the need for system integration of a wide range.
The introduction of robot integration became a breakthrough innovation for manufacturing industries, automating tedious and difficult tasks with the use of robotics revolutionized the industry. Today, robotics are applied in manufacturing systems to improve performance, productivity, and work quality. Robots are classified as either fixed or mobile based on the environment in which they function. Since fixed robots are best suited in well-defined environments, they are most used in manufacturing. Mobile robots, on the other hand, are designed for ill-defined and changing environments, especially ones that involve humans and animals. Increased profitability with integrating robotics will improve profitability by reducing resources when completing tasks. Robotics will increase your process efficiency and create perfect work quality each time. Integrating robotics into your current land process will increase accuracy and consistency throughout the entire work process. Each product or material will be given the same amount of detail and precision. By choosing automation, companies no longer need to worry about sick days, unexpected emergencies, or poor work quality. Industrial robots work at a faster speed without the need to take breaks or pauses. Also, a robot can perform repetitive tasks at a higher production rate. Your employees can now pass tedious and time-consuming tasks to robots. Your staff can now focus on more complex tasks. Also, safety is one of the most important advantages when integrating robotics. Keeping your environment and workers safe is crucial for all business owners and plant managers. Dangerous and harmful tasks can now be assigned to robots. Employees will no longer have to work with heavy objects or in hazardly hot settings. Companies will also be able to save money from injuries at the workplace and resulting lawsuits. Also, robotics can perform more efficiently than human labor. They do not eliminate jobs. Robots do not take jobs away from humans, but instead provide them more jobs opportunities. Without humans, industrial robots are just simple machines. Robots cannot function by themselves, and they need humans to program their tasks. Integrating robots within your production line will only enhance current jobs. Your employees will have the opportunity to develop new tech and engineering skills. The advantages of industrial robots are endless for your business and employees. Thus, robotization has many advantages, creating higher-paying jobs, which stimulates the growth of the general level of education of the population and reduces the demand for low-skilled labor. About supply chain management, within the framework of functioning of production, logistics is an integral part, which includes distribution. Today, supply chain management is also being improved with the help of digital technologies. Digital twins play an important role in the digital transformation of supply chains. By Gartner's definitions, a digital twin is a digital copy of physical asset, processes, people, places, systems, and devices that can be used for various purposes. Digital twins combine artificial intelligence, machine learning, and software analysis with graphs or spatial networks to create a live digital simulation model that are updated and changed as they change physical analogs. At any given time, the digital twin represents a physical supply chain with actual data on transportation, inventory, demand, and capacity, production, and logistics, so it can be used for planning and decision-making in real time. Creating a digital production twin will allow to answer the following difficult questions. How much do you produce now? How much are you capable of producing? What capacities do you have at your own factories or contractors' factories? And how can you adjust your current plans? Digital twins answer all these questions in real time with an accuracy that exceeds the accuracy of traditional forecasting methods.
Now, big data. Another innovation in supply chain management is the use of big data. Among the main advantages of using this tool, there is an increase in the level of interaction between supply chain agents. The use of this data analysis creates a favorable trust sphere in which cooperation between supply chains agents becomes more effective. The consequence of this another advantage is obtaining more accurate and transparent operational information, improving the planning process and forecasting accuracy due to new data processing, storage, and visualization capabilities. Separately, it's necessary to note strong influence of big data on the rapid and efficient introduction of new products to the market, improving the quality of services and products provided, increasing the level of service and customer service in the supply chain. It's also worth noting the route optimization can be carried using a large database and analysis technology. In this case, on the road conditions, weather conditions, geolocation, etc. are analyzed. Finally, analytics of large databases has a positive effect on the stability of the supply chains. Of course, 3PL provides play in the leading position in digitalization of logistics and digital transformation of supply chains in the world. The presented diagram shows that blockchain, artificial intelligence, and robotics are the most trending technologies. For example, blockchain technology has many strengths. Firstly, all participants in the supply chain have access to a local copy of the entire network, which updates in real time. Secondly, the immutability of data can guarantee the absence and counterfeit, and therefore significantly improves product quality. And thirdly, the use of smart contracts can greatly simplify and automate the process of monitoring all interactions and of counterparties at all levels. And thank you for your attention. We are ready to answer your questions.
Good, thank you so much. Who is the leader? What the country is the leader of the digitalization of the manufacturing?
Sorry, could you repeat the question?
Yeah, what is the country, the leader country of issue of the manufacturing digitalization, or there is no leader. Maybe everyone is now on the same positions. Maybe there are any leaders.
We think that it's difficult to mention only one leader in this sphere who digitalize the manufacturing production, but we can mention such countries as China and USA. They do most of all to digitalize the manufacturing sphere in these countries.
Again, yeah, unfortunately not. Germany is the leader, and the definition industry 4.0 as the definition of the smart manufacturing is created and developed by Germany's government. Germany is only the one country that has transparent politics and the roadmap to make all the manufacturing smart and to make it digitalized. So, because the role of the government in these actions is very high, customer first of all will be able to use all these preferences, and of course, any particular manufacturer doesn't be able to make all this industry digitalized. So this is the impact of the society and of the government. So I think that, of course, Germany is the leader. The United Kingdom is the second one country, because United Kingdom is responsible for developing the same strategy. More long-term period, but the idea is absolutely the same. The United States and China, fortunately, are not in this list. So if you will pay any other attention to this issue, please follow the rules that the Germany's government developed, because this is the leader, and all of those definitions are created by them. And the last issue, the main contribution of such solutions is to connect is to connect the ultimate customer and the firm. So it means that we in the future will be able to order something directly on the plans without very high costs. So this is the personalization even in the manufacturer. We could ask the huge manufacturer to produce something that might be suitable for us, for small group people, or for each person. So this is personalized economy. This is the digital economy aspect of the manufacturing. Okay, thank you so much. Let's move to debates. Your opponent will be. Who is ready? Please let me know, and let's start with questions.
Can start.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay, thank you for your presentation. And our first question is about robots. And can you list their main disadvantages, please?
Yes, thank you for the question. I think I can answer it. As we discussed, there are a lot of advantages of this technology, but of course we can find some disadvantages of robots. And first of all, we can mention the capital cost of them, because it's quite high, and we think that it may discourage the owners from introducing such technology as robots because of this. Also, it's necessary to train manufacturing workers if we want to use robots successfully. So it means the additional costs of education. Moreover, after our analysis, we may say that robots have a number of limitations, and their functioning depends on many factors. For example, video system in the factory and some other factors. At the same time, complex tasks that should be done by robots require more time because of planning and programming. So there are a lot of disadvantages of this technology for manufacturing.
Okay, thank you for your answer. And our next question about Russian market and which of the technologies that you named are the most popular among Russian manufacturers?
Thank you. We will discuss for some seconds and tell you.
I think I can answer your question. Well, yes, Russian industrial companies direct most of their funds to smart equipment and machines, and since the transition to the smart manufacturing is expensive, most of the Russian companies are completed only the first stage of the digitalization of manufacturing, and it is the electronic document management.
Okay, thank you. And the last question from our team is what technologies does a digital twin combine?
Okay, after studying the literature and making some analysis, we can mention key technologies that in digital twins, and they are analytics, machine learning, virtual and mixed reality, enterprise resource planning, product lifecycle management, system modeling, and also simulation. So there are several technologies in digital twins.
Okay, thank you for your answers. That is all from our team.
Okay, let's do the next one. Yeah, Nikolai, welcome.
I think that I can mention some reasons that slow down the development of smart factories in Russia. First of all, the economic factors slow down the introduction of such factories because now, because of sanctions, it's really impossible to transfer such advanced technologies to our country. That's a great problem, we think. Also, it is stopped because of the difficulty to predict the terms of return on investment. Moreover, really there is the low level of competition in Russian market between manufacturing companies. Also, we can mention such factors as general conservatives, and there is no desire to technical innovations in the country as a whole. I think that all these factors are really important and slow down the introduction of such technology as smart factory.
Yes, okay. So basically, there is no need and there are no tools. Okay, so our second question is, do you know and can you give us some examples of implementation of digital twins, please?
Okay, we'll think for some seconds and answer.
I think I can answer the question. Yeah. Well, we have analyzed some sources and found several examples. Well, first, thanks to the digital twin, the company, wide-known company General Electric, saved more than $1.5 billion for its consumers, thanks to the digital twin. Yeah. Second example is the company Tesla, which is creating a digital twin for every model of the car. The sensors are for every car which they sell, and the sensors built into the car to transmit data to the factory, where artificial intelligence decides whether the machine is working normally or does it need any maintenance. And the third example is from the Singapore, which is as it is. Singapore has a digital twin, a dynamic three-dimensional model of the city and all of its objects. Virtual Singapore receives data from city sensors and information from the governmental agencies. And the positive effects of the introduction of the digital twin of the Singapore are, well, the government can predict actions in the case of an emergency, and architects can plan their new construction projects taking into account the urban infrastructure. I hope I answered your question.
Yes, okay. Thank you for your vast answers. So our next and the last question is, what are the key limitations of blockchain technology?
I guess I can answer. I think that the main limitations of such technology is technical difficulties, because it requires a lot of technical capacities. Also, government regulations and public perception, and also public perception, I think, connect with data privacy issues in blockchain technology. This is general limitations.
What do you mean by the concerns of private data?
A bit new technology for the people. It's well, and people don't really trust this technology, even though it's real secure. And yeah, public perceptions perception for the privacy is a bit of an issue at this moment. Yeah, and at this moment there are actually no privacy issues, just problems with the trust of people.
Yes, okay. I've got your answers. Thank you. That will be it.
Okay, my friends, thank you for a detailed overview. I just would like to ask you to use more closest examples, not about the general, but from the other industries. That's about the answer about the digital twins. But anyway, that's good. So the next presentation is by team number 1 and topic 13, financial and technologies product. Is it right? Or you have already prepared this presentation? Team number 1, what's your presentation today?
It's correct. It's the topic you've mentioned.
Yeah, perfect. So share a screen and let's start, as we have enough time for 2 presentations.
Hello everyone, and today we are presenting you a FinTech product. Today we are going to talk about financial technology products. This is a rapidly developing industry in which something new is constantly emerging. We have highlighted some of the most interesting products in our opinion, such as artificial intelligence and machine learning, blockchain, white label, virtual cards, and gamification. First of all, let us tell about AI and ML. The financial services sector is one of the earliest adopters of artificial intelligence. Its role is in automation of repetitive processes, risk assessment, and fraud prevention. Significant changes to the way we bank was made by all of us during COVID-19. And this means in 2022, we will see an increase in use cases around understanding and responding to changing customer behavior. Traditional banks face great competition with fintech startups because tech giants like Google, Amazon, and Apple sign up their customers through technological services that have been their domain, but not traditional banks' one. AI and smart data-driven technologies are a key tool, meaning that traditional banks and insurance companies have no choice but to adopt new technologies to stay in the game. Some processes are already implemented, for example, robotic process automations for backend operations that's streamlining repetitive tasks. Now it's a challenge to deploy technologies for sales to individual customers and creation of special individual offers for clients. One further area of AI use is to make treatment of credit applicants fair and equitable. The aim is to give access to lending and business funding opportunities for all segments of population. As an example, Cabbage is an Atlanta-based online fintech and data mining company. Cabbage offers direct financing and also uses AI for building credit risk models and analyzing existing loan portfolios. One more example is Zest Finance. Its firm uses machine learning techniques and big data analysis to make more accurate loan decisions. Russian example is YouMoney. This company created contact center and uses AI chatbot in particular for faster responses to clients' messages. And also Sberbank tries to implement such technologies, and you can see that it plans to replace 70% of middle workers with AI. And now let's talk about blockchain. I give a talk to my colleague.
Blockchain. All the characteristics of blockchain presented on the slide mean that they are disruptive for the financial services industry because the financial industry traditionally has been centralized and governed by the owners of the banks, governments, and national banks. But they are also potentially hugely beneficial as blockchain technologies offer the chance to streamline infrastructure while cutting fraud, creating transparency, speeding up core processes such as settling and clearing transactions, and increasing security. The next slide, please. Banks and other financial services have been trialing and piloting blockchain projects for some time now, and many have been put them into general use. HSBC and Wells Fargo use the technology to settle foreign exchange trades. MasterCard and PayPal allow payments using cryptocurrencies, and insurance giant AXA has created its own blockchain platform to automate the process of paying out to customers whose flights are delayed. Circle became one of the blockchain companies included included in the list of the most innovative fintech companies of 2019, according to Forbes. Circle is developing a P2P payment technology. One of the company's major products in the Circle Pay platform, which allows users to store, send, and receive traditional currency.
In short, white labeling or private labeling is an agreement between two parties where one party provides services or products to another party under other party's brand name. There are successful companies based solely on white labeling, such as Dollar Shave Club. It's a subscription service for personal care and lifestyle items for men and sources its branding products from South Korea rather manufacturer Dorco. For one thing, it means white label fintech services are not only for small business owners looking to save money on starting a new company, but they are also perfect for established businesses looking for an edge over the competition while saving time and resources. In sense, a white label fintech service can be thought of as a partnership between a company and financial institution. They share responsibility for providing financial services without having any legal ownership of each other's assets or liabilities. And there is an example of partnership between Kiwi and MTS, and it's Neobank Gnome. The project is aimed at gamers and combines a gaming marketplace and a bank. Everything happens online, and simply by making the usual daily spending on the card, Gnome customers accumulate bonus Gnome points and exchange them for in-game goods and currencies. Payments to game merchants are made through the Kiwi infrastructure.
Another technology is virtual cards. They are based on Visa or MasterCard, and people can use them instead of physical cards for online transactions. Some virtual cards also allow users to store loyalty programs on them and use the same account for both fiat spending and crypto transactions, making it easier to manage their funds. Virtual cards can also be used as a backup payment method in cases where physical cards get declined or cannot be found. One disadvantage of using virtual cards is they may not work properly with all retailers yet. And now let's talk about examples. US Unlocked, it's a virtual prepaid card by US Unlocked, is perhaps best known for providing users with an option to shop from a variety of US retailers from anywhere in the world. And additionally, subscriptions to such services like Netflix or HBO are available. Pioneer is a virtual card that allows you to make purchases online in e-commerce stores that accept MasterCard payments. NetSpend gives you a temporary card number, which you can use to access sites that don't accept debit cards. And Russian example is obviously Tinkoff. It provides not only virtual cards, brokerage accounts, but also virtual SIM cards. And let's talk about gamification. Financial institutions have started to gamify their products and services. Gamification is a design-based solution with game mechanics in mind, such as personal scorecards or badges, to engage users in doing specific tasks. These games encourage customers to track spending habits through events or progress bars while providing positive feedback for healthy financial decisions. Let's take a look at the gamification examples. For example, Acorn teaching investors the basics of saving money and building wealth. The app invests your spare change and shows you how small contributions can make a big change. Works like similar to Invest Kopilka in Tinkoff. Stock Battle gives you an opportunity to arrange a portfolio of your favorite stocks and crypto to win cash prizes during games. Flurry Savings gives rewards to users that even can be cashed out later on. Saving Quests is a platform that made by nonprofit organization Commonwealth, and it's made to help vulnerable people to build financial security by rewarding users for even small savings. Users of Saving Quests saved 25% more than other card holders. Long game involves users partaking in a series of mini games. Essentially, the more money you save in the app, the more games and the words you unlock on the app. And long game involves users partaking in a series. And Netflix is a similar platform that tries to make saving money fun. The app features serious cartoon avatars that perform an action based on your actual spending habits. These are some examples of gamification for savings and investing. And it was the last technology that we wanted to present it to you. And in conclusion, summing up all the ideas, we would like to say that nowadays the fintech field is rapidly developing and new innovative products are being actively introduced by companies in order to remain competitive in a constantly changing market. New technologies make it possible to optimize the work process, improve the quality of interaction with the client, simplify their lives, and accordingly increase the profit of the company. And that's all that we wanted to say. We are ready to answer your questions. Thank you for your attention.
Okay, good. Thank you. Team number 2, please, you're welcome.
Thank you very much for your presentation. And the first question from our team would be, how do you think, what is the most promising machine learning tool for banks? Banking services.
Okay, thank you for your question. Well, there could be options, but it could be also the technology called credit scoring. So the essence of it can be described as the mechanism of providing the answer to the question whether a bank should give a loan to a particular individual or not. So the method is based on machine learning prediction models, and in particular on gradient boosting, which uses the information gathered about the client to provide the correct decision whether or not give him or her a loan or not.
Okay, thank you very much. And about the second question, may you please clarify the white label scheme? So according to the case of the bank and a tech, and may you please provide any examples of it?
Yes, okay. Give us a minute, please. Okay, let's imagine that some tech company produces hardware. It has its own audience. It would be so it would like to make some kind of in-app payments system, but it's too expensive for the company itself. Uh, it's just not their field. At the same time, there is a bank with these opportunities. So they cooperate, and the bank provides the company with their payment system. So clients are using the payment system of the tech company, unaware of the fact that it's the product of the bank. So clients got an easy way to pay. Tech company got their paying platform, and bank got the profits from new clients. Everyone won.
Thank you.
And our last question about gamification. And how do you think how effective gamification in financial service sector, especially in Russia?
Well, to answer this question, I could give a good example of gamification in financial sector in Russia. Rocket Bank launched its project called Hipsteriada. So this is a great case of gamification in the financial sphere. Hipsteriada is a quest-based event about ancient Greece and stereotypical hipsters, in which you could have won a prize. So it was an awesome advertising campaign.
Okay, thank you. It's all for our team.
Good. The third team.
Thank you for your presentation. We also have 3 questions. First of all, one of the products of blockchain technology are cryptocurrencies. Could you please tell us about legal regulation of them in Russia?
Yes, okay. Give us a minute. We've started this subject, but just a few seconds. Okay. So the first mention of cryptocurrencies in Russian legislation appeared in 2014. This year, they were stated as the payment measure. In 2017, the first law of their regulation was signed. However, now they were mentioned as other properties. In 2021, more drastic law was submitted. The main use is about taxes. However, the law itself is pretty unclear, and it's a big problem. And as for the latest news, this spring, new laws concerning minors are on their way. But still, the legislation is not clear. So government is trying to tax cryptocurrencies to control them to some kind uh, of tax minors. But for now, it's the I don't know raw field. Let's say so.
Okay, thank you.
Our next question. What is the situation with virtual cards now in Russia? Do you tell about this?
Okay, we already mentioned Tinkoff virtual cards, and brokerage accounts. But we can add that nowadays traditional banks implement some relevant technologies for uh, virtual transactions. For instance, you can remember a fast payment system, система быстрых платежей, by Central Bank of Russia. So it's the analog for SWIFT technology, which is restricted now in Russia. And another example is payment system MIR that occupies around 32% of Russian market. And yes, the система быстрых платежей takes around 30% of the market.
Thank you very much. And our last question. Why just banks don't use services of Google or other tech giants, but they tend to develop IE technology for themselves?
Okay, it's a really good question. Give us a minute. Okay, so we think that AI technologies help to cope with huge amount of clients' communication in today's reality, but using of Google services cannot provide reliable protection for bank operations. Also, banks can deploy specific features in the AI aspect uh, that are not presented in uh, tech giants services. That's the reason for developing AI and machine learning themselves. Something like that.
Thank you. I agree with you, I think. Thank you for your presentation and answers.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, especially for the last question. It's very important because there's only one industry when all the solutions are developed by the players of this industry, and aggregators or IT companies couldn't present something special for them. I don't know why, and to be honest, I don't think that it is issue of the privacy, because in all other industries, privacy is important too. But I think that is maybe this is the specific situation for the Russian market, first of all, when biggest players are concerned about their own ecosystems, and maybe sometimes they have unlimited opportunities to invest into such solutions. Maybe this is the part of the market power when the companies understand that the good service is the key factors, and the good user experience is the key factors of success. So creating your own solution, by creating your own solution, you will, of course, increase your risks that something goes wrong. But in parallel, you might create something specific that nobody else could use. And this way you could develop your competitive advantage that might be such significant for customers that they increase the level of the loyalty, and that you will be the winner of those competition. I don't know. I think there's something between the privacy and the competition for the good user experience, and because of that, companies, huge banks have already understand that user experience and spending users' time for positive proposals is so important in the digital environment that they need to invest yourself, your own teams, and control such solution. So this is the sign of that this industry is well developed, and of the high level of understanding of the management of team of the managers, that they are real professionals and they understand real trends. This is important. We will compare later with our industries, and we will understand that there are a lot of areas, a lot of fields when aggregators plays the main role, and when aggregators and technological giants will be able to create something that might be useful for everyone, but not in the financial segment. Okay, thank you so much. Let's move to the presentation presentation by the team number 2, and number of the topic is 24, transport communication with clients. My friends, you will have 15 minutes, no more, okay? Good, you're welcome.
Hello everyone. Today we are going to tell you about communication with clients in transport industry, and we will start. We will start with trends and general information. Information communication technologies have considerable importance for transport systems as they provide access to travel information, planning tools, opportunities to share transport modes, to work at a distance, compare transport mode cost, make payment, improve safety and health, and communicate travel patterns. One of the most important innovations that have been achieved and implemented in everyday life is an integration of various modes of transport, tram, train, metro, or bus, with applications. A person at any time can find out information about the nearest departure, location, departure and arrivals time, payment option, delay management, and vehicle information including bikes, bike rental, and car sharing. And the main trends in transport industry connected with communication technologies. And the first one is safety. It is one of the main priorities in the development of transport technologies. This applies to both the vehicles themselves and all the software that helps ensure the safety. Annually, nearly 37,000 people die in car crashes in the US, and speeding and distracted driving play a major role in these crashes. And new technology hopes to devise safer ways for drivers to travel. And speed is the second trend. It is the amount of time commuting due to miles traveled or traffic congestion, comprise years of our lives that could be put to more productive use. Transportation technologies hopes to make travel quicker and more efficient by traveling at high speeds. And the technologies that we talk about further are in development, and these technologies can change the lives of all people radically. And my colleague will continue.
So the first technology which we are going to talk about in this sphere is the Internet of Things. Actually, the Internet of Things application development allows engaging with customers on a more personal level and customizing content to match their needs. So in communication with clients, Internet of Things in transportation sphere is also constantly developing. So it provides a more consistent and more efficient way of communication with drivers and users of the transport. And such solutions make the communication processes easier and quicker. So how actually it works and is supported? There are the following technologies. Yes, the first one is road planning. So seniors in the vehicle communicate with the GPS services to determine the best route, which is then displayed on a head-up display that physically directs the driver along the road. The second one is about the accident prevention. So seniors alert drivers to the position of other vehicles on the road and by this prevent collisions. The cars can even override driver controls to avoid an accident. And the third one is safety. It is about the following. So a series of seniors in the seatbelt can track the driver's psychological indicators and determine whether the driver is fatigued or intoxicated. So if the driver fails any of these tests performed by the seniors, the vehicle becomes inoperable. So what is actually interesting about them? The Internet of Things for transportation is a rapidly growing sector, and the benefits of utilizing the Internet of Things technology are wide and varied. So there are, of course, potential drawbacks to the use of this technology, such as security issues and cybercriminal also attacks, which are also possible.
And now we'll talk about examples of implementation of such technologies. The first company that has implemented such technology is InRix. The company analyzes data from road sensors and vehicles to provide real-time parking and traffic information, as well as insights that are used to more safety test and deploy self-driving cars. Additionally, the company's population analytics service uses GPS and mobile network data to answer questions about travel habits and population density. The second company, it is Miami International Airport. The Miami Airport's vast network of beacons link with a mobile app, so people can do everything from get direction and flight updates to shop and scan boarding passes. And example of implementation in Russia is MTS company. MTS has connected more than 711 electric scooters to the NB Internet of Things network. Connected scooters transmit real-time location, ride status, and health information, such as battery level or standby status, via the Internet of Things network. And prediction for this technology, the global Internet of Things in transportation market size was valued at about 83 billion in 2020 and is projected to reach 495 billion by 2030, registering a CAGR of about 20% from 2021 to 2030. And enhanced internet spreading and decreased cost of powerful sensors and controllers drive the growth of the market. In addition, growth in information, communication, and technology fuels the growth of the market. However, poor internet infrastructure in the developing nations is expected to impede the market growth. Furthermore, adoption of cloud computing and analytics is expected to provide lucrative opportunities for the market growth.
Now we go to the next technology, is autonomous vehicle. These technologies have given rise to the prospect autonomous vehicle technology, which aims to reduce crashes, energy consumption, pollution, and congestion, while at the same time increasing transport accessibility. As for customer communication, this technology provides a new way of rational driving that saves time and decreases accident risks. The rapid development of communication technology and the need to cater to the aging population in developed countries has potentially made AVs a necessity and a vital business paradigm. Maddox ATL depicted the AV in a figure with two additional components to ensure a successful working of AV program. Paradigm, connected and big data. Accordingly to the terms connected or connected vehicle, refer to the technologies that ensure communication between all contributing agents and stakeholders, including pediatricians, authorities, and vehicles, as well as infrastructure. The connected component will require a massive amount of data from a variety of sources. As a result, big data is a term used to highlight the importance of handling such as unpredicted amount of information, for which special provisions, including software and hardware, will be required. Such real-time communication data may result in collaboration between the AV directionally capabilities, leading to more efficient and intelligent pathfinding or traffic flow.
So, about the implementation, top 5 self-driving world car companies are Motional, Uber, AutoX, and Optimus Ride, and it can be surprised, but there's no Tesla as for now in this list. And large automakers such as Toyota and Honda are actively launching vehicles with features such as blind spot detection, real cross traffic alert, and forward collision warning. So there's a big market as for now of such self-driving cars. And in Russia, since 2020, Yandex, Madi, and Kamaz have permission to test autonomous cars on public roads in Russia. And in 2021, in Moscow, the world's first smart highway for autonomous cars was approved, but at the moment it is still not open for general use, but cars are actually tested on it. So we're waiting for their great opening of this road. And in the latest news, government has allowed Yandex to launch like autonomous cars in Moscow. And this became known on March 17 in 2022. And about the prediction in communication, autonomous cars will be able to use their machine learning capabilities to learn the routines and preferences of their passengers and facing communication between customers and companies. So in this way, companies will provide more help to their customers by automatically performing their routine tasks without directly interviewing or pulling them. And for example, such problems can be so these cars can help people with such problems as getting to work on or appointments on time, so finding cheap parking spot, or preferably driving to stores where some products that this potential customer wants are available, and so these problems will be solved. So this is all for today. Thank you for your presentation, and we are ready for answer your questions.
Okay, thank you. We have enough time only for 2 questions. So team number 1 and team number 3, you're welcome. Only 1 question from each team.
Okay. In this case, we're gonna start, and our question is, what do you think is the most useful function performed by the Internet of Things?
Thank you for your questions. And actually, Internet of Things performs many functions, and all of them are useful, but each category of people has its own useful functions. And if we talk about most useful, for example, optimization of road management in field of cargo transportation is one of the most useful. Because they solved 2 problems at once. First, it is the amount of energy consumed has been reduced, and as the roads have become more convenient and thoughtful. And secondly, it reduced the amount of carbon emitted by reducing and optimizing roads. And such optimization is very expensive and complicated if done manually. It's one of the examples.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for your presentation. We also have one question. How is the function of searching for parking spaces?
Yes, it is also a useful function. And how it is work? A sensor is placed on each parking space, which determines whether the given space is occupied or free, and transmits this information to a single data storage and processing platform, and the end user accesses the platform data through an application on a smartphone, for example, and in this way, this technologies work. And then the statistics collected by the platform on the use of parking spaces will make it possible to make decisions on increasing or decreasing parking zones, and it is especially actual for big cities.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, in case of transport, there is very important social impact of such solutions, and of course, we need to know that there are some leaders of digitalization, such as mining, financial technologies in some countries, insurance technologies, and there are losers. And transport is one of those losers. In my opinion, it's only my opinion. But there is the great opportunity for this industry to change our daily life very significantly. But the impact of implementing modern solutions for only one company couldn't be so significant that someone will invest. You will find a lot of examples. You could find a lot of examples about the standards of emissions for cars that are developed by society, and those limitations influence on the development of the cars. The same way is in digitalization of the sphere. Only the society, by creating specific limitations or providing a good environment for modern solutions in the transport, will support companies to develop something significant. We can create now the systems that will influence on all the transportation systems for making it more predictable, decreasing emissions and air pollution, to decrease the number of trucks that need to drive between different cities, to make all the transport more transparent for the society. But it's so huge task that I think that we will find any solution in not in a few years, in a few decades. But it's very prospective. It's very prospective, and of course, finding any solution for transport, we will also develop some other industries. First of all, construction. All the industries that work with delivery services. Transport itself, as taxi service or any social aspects such as public transport, will also be influenced by such solutions. So the great opportunities, but nothing significant that has already been achieved now, unfortunately. So I hope that this industry will develop better in the future, and I'm sure that we will find a very significant process in this field. Okay, thank you so much. Your scores are, let me see, team number 3, 8, team number 1 also 8, and team number 2, 9. My friends, don't forget to send me your presentation the day before we will present, because it's very critical for your final score. I will decrease by 1 point your scores by the presentation because I didn't receive anything. And next.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
So have you decreased our score because of the presentation or not?
Yeah, 1 because I didn't get your presentation yesterday. So that's it.
Actually, we were doing the presentations 1 per week. So you had it like 3 weeks ago, I guess.
I'm so sorry. Please let me know in this case your presentation. Just present it me again, because there are 3 groups, and I just checked every group by the topic of the presentation, and I wrote just the name of the presentation in your email, because I have checked only by this issue. So send it me again, and I will improve your scores. It's not a problem.
Thank you.
Yes, it's for each team.
Excuse me. Maybe it would be more comfortable if we send you a presentation that we will present on the seminar tomorrow, for example. Not
Yes, but
due to the schedule of our old presentations. In
yeah,
order to
it's a good idea. It's a good idea, but unfortunately, this is the next week we will have the last seminar, so it's not the best time to change our rules. Yeah, but maybe next time, next year. Yeah, why not? So just let me know that you have already sent this presentation, and I will improve this course.
Also, we sent our presentation in previous week also.
Yeah, that's good. Just to send it me again, that I will find it in my mail. And of course, your scores will be improved by 1 score. What else? The next week we will have 2 seminars. It means that each team will present twice, and it will be the last lesson before the exam. I will try to find any solution to avoid the exam and that you will have the score that you got during your presentations, but we will discuss this issue on the next week. So we will start at 1 p.m. and we'll provide 2 seminars. Please prepare your presentations. 2 presentations from each team.
Could you please name the presentation that should be present next time?
Yeah, we are following the schedule that was before, because some different groups have different progress, but anyway, the topic are the same. Let me see, maybe we will change some things. 1 minute. So have you prepared the presentation for the seminar number 5? So for the first team, number 15, for the second, number 20, IT pricing and distribution, or not?
Not, I think.
I guess it will be our next seminar. So for the next seminars, we'll have like seminars 5 and 6 topics.
Yeah, but you didn't make anything.
Today we presented the topics of the 4th seminar.
Yeah, I know, but maybe you have already prepared this presentation, not?
Our team, first team, prepared 2 presentations for FinTech communication with clients and construction and real estate communication with clients.
Communication with clients. Okay, that's good. So we need to follow the schedule that was before. Next week we will have seminar 5 and 6. Yeah, your topics are available. Yeah, you know your topics. 15 for the first group and 20 and 12 for the second, 20 and 8, and for the third, 4 and 23. So we will have seminars number 5 and 6, because I thought that maybe we will change the order or the seminars to avoid some boring topics, but we will find some problems with the schedule in this case. So follow the schedule, seminars number 5 and 6.
Thank you.
Okay.
And
Thank you.
Sorry, for our mark we have 8. It is because we didn't send the presentation or other reasons?
Your team is
3.
Yeah, because you didn't send me your presentation. If you have already sent, please let me know, just to send it again.
Okay.
And because of your because of my question, so you need to know who is the owner of the definition of the industry for 4.0, because this is the most well-known definition. If we are talking about the manufacturing, what is the digitalization? This is the industry 4.0 that was developed by the Germany's government. It is the most important, and all other aspects around this topic are concerned only by this program. So it's like the cornerstone of implementing a digitalization in the manufacturing. So you need to know this topic, and they will decrease by 1 score because of this mismatch. But if you will let me know about your presentation that you have sent me again, yeah, why not? I will improve your score by 1 point. Yeah, that's all.
And we have the same question. We have 9 because of presentation that which you unsent or not?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you got team number 3 8, team number 1 8, team number 1 9. If you have already sent me your presentation, just let me know. I will improve for each team by 1 score.
Excuse me, but before you said that our team number 2 has 9.
I'm so sorry. So I didn't change my.
So we have just
again,
so again.
Team number 3 8, team number 1 8, team number 2 9.
So we
It's
have
correct.
just so 9, or because of presentation. If because of presentation, I resend it to you just now by letter.
Just now?
No.
Doesn't work.
No, I mean I resend it. So I sent it like a week ago, and now I resend it.
Yeah, it's 10. It's 10 in this case.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I see. Right from on the last week. Yeah, that's good. So my friends, we should. Yeah. Do you have any questions?
No, thank you.
Yeah, thank you too. See you next week. Please prepare everything, and don't forget to send me your presentation to avoid such mistakes. See you again next week. 2 presentations from each team, and I will be so glad to provide 2 seminars together. Thank you. See you again. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.